Before I get into this, I want to start with something authentic, because there are people in our communities right now who are not just dealing with mental illness, addiction, or homelessness. They're stuck in survival mode, day in and day out. I've seen what it looks like, and I've experienced when someone leaves treatment or gets turned away from a shelter, kicked out of the house, or has nowhere to go, or gets out on probation or are sleeping at a drug-infested apartment, or by the river with a sleeping bag, blankets, or a tent. No structure, no safe place, no support in that moment. And what happens isn't because they don't want help or be in recovery, it's because survival takes over. When someone is cold, hungry, addicted, and doesn't know where they're sleeping, recovery is no longer that priority. Survival is. That gap between survival and stability is where people relapse, disengage, and fall through the cracks. And that's exactly the gap this model is designed to address. Hi, I'm Robert Shingleton. I'm bringing to you the Recovery and Stability Network, or the RSN. This is a harm reduction and peer-supported model specifically designed to connect people experiencing homelessness with safe spaces, support, and real pathways towards stability and independence. See, the vision behind RSN is to create continuity instead of fragmentation. A system where someone can move from meeting basic survival needs to engaging in recovery support to building long-term stability and connection, all within one connected network. Right now, it's not just that systems don't connect. It's that when plans break down, when housing falls through, when someone relapses, or when life doesn't go as expected, there isn't always a flexible response. Recovery and stability are not linear, so when something fails, individuals are often left without immediate support in that moment. And that's when they fall back into survival mode. That gap between survival and stability is where we lose most people. See, RSN is designed to fill that gap. It's not just a service, it's a network, a system that allows advocates, organizations, and community members to step in when gaps happen in real time. This includes nonprofits, faith-based communities like the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, organizations like the Volunteers of America, VOA, and individuals who simply want to help. What makes this different is flexibility. Instead of a fixed path, this creates a responsive system that adapts when things don't go as planned. And at the most basic level, RSN provides real-time access to survival needs. What this looks like in real life is someone being able to find a place to sleep at night, access to food and water, warm or cooling space, or basic hygiene resources. There are no conditions at this level, because if someone is trying to survive, they're not going to engage in anything else. And once basic needs are met, individuals can choose to engage in recovery support. This includes peer-led groups focused on relapse prevention, thinking patterns, understanding their relapse cycles, and building structure and life skills. What this looks like is consistent, small group settings where people can start building routine, accountability, and awareness. Participation is voluntary. The goal is to create an environment where people begin to want to change. And this is one of the core pieces of the model. The host network allows community members to offer support in practical ways. This can include a garage, a basement space, warehouse space during extreme weather, meals, or showers. Hosts can be verified, and there are clear expectations around safety and respect. What this looks like is someone having a safe space to go for the night instead of being on the street. It expands options beyond traditional shelters. because engagement in RSN is voluntary, but it is reinforced. What this looks like is individuals earning incentives through participation, such as meals, hygiene supplies, access to additional resources, and connections to work opportunities. We're not punishing behavior, we're reinforcing consistency, effort, and positive habits. So as individuals begin to stabilize, RSN connects them to opportunities, and this includes day labor for immediate income, job readiness and resume support, connections to workforce programs. The goal is movement, from survival to stability to eventually independence. This model is built on a few core principles: harm reduction, meeting people where they are, peer support, lived experience guiding engagement, and personal responsibility, developing ultra accountability over time, and principle centered living, helping individuals build a strong foundation and moral compass. We're not forcing change, we're creating the conditions where people begin to want to change. And this would begin as a small, controlled pilot. What that looks like: a limited number of verified hosts, a defined geographic area, a manageable number of participants, and partnerships with existing organizations. We would track engagement, safety, and outcomes to refine the model before scaling. The outcomes we're aiming for include increased engagement and recovery support, improved day-to-day stability, stronger connection to services and employment, and reduced reliance on emergency systems, ultimately helping people move forward instead of staying stuck in the survival mode or relapse cycles or cycles of poverty.